trying to stick the back out to the right side there. Great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hughes. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab on the back. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. And the Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run. And they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive on this defense.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this thing's 3rd to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the offense out there to try to punch in the touchdown. Fires into the end zone. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made in the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Grab behind the line. It's Clay. But he got 10 on the play. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run a toss. Wide open spaces. Oh, he's got some space. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right, they get him in space using his speed. Good play.
They weren't able to get that one off, it'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. On the run, it's Hughes. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on a third down, David. The quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Pressure coming. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. To the air, it's Simpson. He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's first and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. It's now second and 10. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, the power run here. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still with just a very short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Alabama with a first and 10 here. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. A nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Fires to the right. He's got it. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by game tackling. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Got his man. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And an interesting call here on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Between the uprights, it's good. And now they've taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play for a snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. And he was fortunate.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hughes.
And I'm loving the command of this quarterback right here. You can tell he's not worried. He knows his answers. 3 for 3 on the drive, moving the ball down the field, trying to put this offense in a position to get right back in this football game.
Oh, I'm tweaking. I just sold myself. I just sold myself.
You just got to know the situation of the game. So after that completion now, 7 3rd down, you still got
Damn, I just sold myself.
middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you'll still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. He's got 1st down yardage as they move into the 44. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding that zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Garcia. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Timeout on the field and 4 picks left to go.
I should have lost this bitch. I wish I'm high as hell and get the little 50. I just lost this bitch. Fuck.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Intercepted.
Oh,
They're back in their own end, and they stop the drive. Bringing it back. And he runs out of bounds with the interception, and that is how we'll finish off this game. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess that was an upset, but in my eyes,
but it's not that. It's not that. I know what it is.
slugging it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good. And I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Nah, that game on me, I was trolling, bro. I was trolling, bro. I was trolling. I gotta stop that shit. I was trolling. I forgot what I'm saying. Ask mom. Listen? Okay. Oh, you want me to open it? I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, you can take it.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw at Simpson. That's caught. It's Williams.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air on second down. Unloads it downfield. He holds it in and nobody's close. Off and running. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Leaves it with the running back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Gonna run it. It's Peoples. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Rushes on him. Ooh, takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And he ran away
card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? To start this drive with a pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Himself on the draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Bringing the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The sure hands, it's Peoples. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving. He just works to get himself open, to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Tate. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Trying to do it on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
Looking to pass, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Zings it complete to the right. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Peoples. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disappointing.
Never did they just say I just lost that game, bro. Never they just said I lost that game, bro. They just kicked me out the game and just gave me a L, bro, just for the fun of it.
Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but some... just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback running on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. But you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, and it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. But the defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it. You practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the one, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy game. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Hands it off. There he goes. It's a seam wide open. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Donaldson. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Here comes the heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Going for the marker on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. Here he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Here's the pressure. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get...
Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's caught downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Going for it all. And it's caught inside the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Tate. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Going to swing it on second down. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Corner's going to give them room. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Going to let it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. The Buckeyes will try to kick this lead to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
Looking deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
How about that for a momentum swing? Defense gets the pick six, offense comes right back on the field, and they get the two-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They finally get to him. A one-of-way there to pick up the first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Kiki!
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Try to march their way in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score.
kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell God knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Quick spin on the ride. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football. They're going to try and lead the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds.
Ernie on the Jets. Smashes him with the... Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a crease. It's Donaldson.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field. You can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's over.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Dropping back, it's Sayed. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I'll say this, not a lot of coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on 4th down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute. They're right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
And this defense knows exactly the backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding the offense is trying to do.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You can't do that TikTok.
This is like this. Like this.
Okay.
And like that. You wanna do that? You wanna do that?
No, it's not like that. You gonna have to do that. Too. I tell you that. Tuesday.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will put total weather to crank us up. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. Back to throw, it's Simpson. He's going to go for a big one. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Bama! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
If you want to make a statement in a football game, that's how you do it. On your first offensive snap, you go 75 yards and score a touchdown. They have shown up. They are ready to go. Everybody, I think, in shock in the stadium right now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Start this drive firing. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
The Buckeyes
said I did massive pull-ups, but I had to make it
They
cake.
got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got another 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tide.
Quarterback quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
I'm gonna be one.